Alright, so we're solving anatomy for Father in Christ. It's going to be awesome. Um, oh my. Wow. The human anatomy. What is the top little? Cool. Um, Anatomy. Okay. Let's see. Um, okay, so what do we want to attack? Bones are pretty good because they're sort of the foundation. I'm just looking at some of these other. Really? That's cool. List of body parts that are named after people. Wow, that's a lot of them. That's pretty cool. Let me look at that later. Foramina. Oh, the holes. Glands, lymphatic vessels, nerves, organs, systems, and veins. I will probably... Alrighty. Systems, what would it... oh yeah, muscles is... Muscles are so cool because they're always in pairs. Like as I look at the listing here on Wikipedia, you got ab, ad, depressors, elevators, extensors, flexors. Pretty cool. And there'll be a lot of Christ Father combos in that. You know, the one balancing the other, the one and the two. And then the systems of the human body: cardiovascular, digestive, endocrine, respiratory. Wow, so this'll... Oh man, these are good charts to go through too. So this is... This hair and the skin and the nails. The skeletal system, that's what we're probably going to start with again. Muscular, nervous, endocrine, cardiovasculars. Digestive system, urinary system. This is a good article. Pretty sweet. But I think I'll probably start with the skeletal system. So that is the okay, so list of bones of the human skeleton. Well, let's find some new words and just see some other, see what we got. The vertebral column. Yeah, see now we can revisit all this and... Alright, so bones is father. Let's go here. Maybe we'll just go through this list. I would probably start with, yeah, these are probably in good order. The central, fairly central. So let's just go through the bones here and get a little mastery on this. Let's start with the top of the body, the skull. Okay, and then we'll go to the vertebral column in the chest, and then we'll move out from there. So father's on top, the skull. Okay, so the 8 cranial bones. Let's and pop this document over there. This can close. Alrighty, cranial bones and facial bones, and then the middle ear bones. So your skull. Actually, you know what? I might actually. And then where's the? There's the arm and the leg, and then where's the? Like the pelvis. Well, maybe I'll just start up here. Go in order, doesn't matter too much. Okay, so cervical, thoracic, lumbar, sacral, coccygeal. Total of 33 bones. Spinal, vertebrae, the vertebral column. Let's see here. No, I do actually want to start with the skull, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we'll start with the skull. Yeah. And start at the top. Alrighty, so you have cranial, which equals father. And then facial parallels Jesus. Okay, facial bones in the middle ears. So cranial bones. The human skull. So cranial equals father. I know bones parallels father. The occipital bone. So let's just, there are 8 cranial bones. We'll just crack open all these links. Remember the word link and hyperlink parallel father. Just like the word cursor and pointer. Okay, so father's on top, so you, okay. Alrighty, so let's start with the cranial bones, which technically are on top, because father's on top. So cranial bones. And then if you talk about a single cranial bone, that's gorgeous. So because bone is 36, right? So cranial bone is father plus 36. Cranial bone. Cool. Okay, so let's do some treasure hunting in the cranial bones. Okay, this is referring to a skull of any creature. So we want to go to, so the occipital bone is this guy right here. Now, I would like to be on top. That's the parietal. Aha! So here we are on top. So, father's on top, so we're starting at the top here. Okay. Let's zoom in just a twitch. Get this central. So this is the parietal bone. Alright, so let's so, parietal is +1 for father. That was not too surprising. In fact, it's +24 over father. Parietal bone. Sweet. And then you put all that together, and parietal bone equals Holy Father. See that? See how tidy this is? So parietal bone equals 118. I already know what that is. So 2 bones in the human skull, which when joining together, interestingly, the word skull, just like the word love, single plus 2, single plus 1, single plus 2, and the rest of it. Okay. That's actually really cool. Which, when joined together, that's irresistible. The K is 11, differs from Christ. Okay. When joined together, the fibrous joint form the sides and roof of the cranium. Oh, I can't believe it just jumps me to the skull as opposed to the human skull. So yeah, cranium +1. Form the sides and roof of the cranium. Each bone is roughly quadrilateral in form and has 2 surfaces, 4 borders, 4 diagonals. It is named from the Latin peres, which means wall. Peres means wall. Cool. Parietal. Oh, and there's your +1 at the center, nearly father, 52. And then this adds pure 6's surrounding. Okay, so that's easy. Parietal. All right. Okay, that's what I would like to start with. So parietal has been solved. The frontal bone. Frontal is Christ. Frontal bone knits together to make, oh yeah, right. Frontal is Christ. Right, so what happens if you put frontal and parietal together? A Gord is Christ, Father combo equals God is sovereign. 3 portions. One comes from Franz, meaning forehead. So frontal and forehead are both +2 for Christ. In fact, they differ by 24, so that's pretty glaring to me. Frontal, forehead. Cool. All right, temporal I know is father, +1. Here's a nice summarizing. So frontal, parietal, which is on top. Temporal is +1. Occipital is also +1. And then sphenoid divides by 3. So you can link these clusters together. And then the ethmoid is +2. Okay. Oh yeah, the ethmoid is like hidden in there. Okay. And the occipital. Okay. Cool. And I always like going to the center of these. Yeah, so the center of occipital is center of father. And then there's a father like right there. Okay. Okay, so that was it's pretty easy getting those. Let's jump to the facial bones. Let's see here. Is this gonna... Here's a summary of them. The 14 facial bones. I think I walked through this already, truth be told, but it's good to revisit. Vomer, yeah, was +1. Mandible divides by 3. Maxilla divides by 3. Be nice to color these according to their offset. Nasal is Jesus. This is cool. So nasal and the word nose are both Jesus and Christ. Yeah, very obvious. They differ by 6 exactly. Lacrimal divides by 3. Palatine is +1. So these guys knit together so far. Inferior nasa concha. Concha is Christ. That's Father. So this overall offset will be Christ. That divides by 3. That divides by 3. This is +1, so these knit together. And then zygomatic is Christ. There's so maxilla and mandible. It'd be nice to have a father-finding algorithm at our disposal. Wouldn't mind mandible is 60. To get father, you pop off the B. Interesting. Right, because jaw. The largest, strongest, and lowest bone in the face, the mandible. Mandible does contain father nicely in there. Okay. Maxilla, you'd have to pop off 16. Sphenoid. That was cool that parietal was on top. It means wall. Nose. Zygomatically solved maxilla. So you start knitting Christ and Father together, like frontal and parietal. Sphenoid divided by 3. Temporal was +1. Maxilla divides by 3. Zygomatic is +2. Zygomatic is such a fun set of letters. I wonder where it came from, but it's it most closely parallels JESUS, but then the offset is more closely related to Christ. You know where to get its name from? Etymology. That's a great word there. Etymology, the root, equals love father. And the center of etymology, the root, equals the center of father. So etymology. See what else we find. I note that the bookends divide by 12. And then wow, so this divides by 9 and this divides by 9. So there's father sitting in the root of the word etymology and etymologies. So that's a very good find. That's a great gem. Very excellent. Etymologies. Etymology genius. Etymologist. Okay, so father is the greatest etymologist. Someone who studies the origin of words. Because now you add pure sixes to that party. So this was amazing. And remember, when right now we are being an anatomist and also a scientist. These are all +1 for father. In fact, anatomist equals this, which is love father, and scientist is 6 points higher. So very obvious. So etymologist, we are being an etymologist. We are digging up the names and the words of history. So etymologist is father plus 102. All these are offsets of 6s from father. That's father plus love, and that's father plus holy. This is holy father. But it's the letter for letter design, because we found father at the dead center of anatomist, and then I believe the center of scientist even has a +1. Yeah. Cool. So we're an etymologist. Sweet. That was cool. So that behooves me to look at anatom. Ah, anatom is +1, because that's the root. Yeah, so speaking of anatomy, well, of course the word atom, as in every atom in the universe, is +1, and then you say an atom, but there's the root, just like etymology, okay? Just like scientific, you can then say, or scientist, or, so science is gorgeous for father. Flawless, in fact. 3 + 2 is a single +1. And then you see the scientific literature and all this. Okay, so that's cool. And then anatom is 6 points different, of course. And then this provides your screaming 6s. So all these roots Our offsets of 6, of course, that's love Father. This is Father plus 6, and this is Father plus 12. Amazing. So that's awesome revelation there. Okay, so anatom, anatomy, anatomist, anatomologist. And so, just a few details, I guess, put Father on top of this guy. The thing that jumps out at me is this TH would compare with the TN. In fact, if you add, the TN equals the dead center of Father, and then the rest makes 30 points. And beautifully so. So if you take the A and the M together, that makes 15 flawlessly, and then the O is 15. And so the T and the N compare with the T and the H, differing by 6s. I've seen that all the time. And then the rest of this equals 30, just like the letters in color down there. Okay. And then you can also add the F to that central team, and now there's equivalence there, and then these vowels knit together to make 6 and 6. Okay, so pretty simple. Okay, fine. Okay, that was cool. So that's the first time I ever solved etymology. Okay. So I might pause, do something different here, and just pause and start a new video after that. Like if we get a great find, I might close off the video and then just start hunting again, so we get tighter packages with specific keywords. Okay, so etymology solved for the Father in this video, just like anatomy, and okay, that's a big find. So I'll start a new video. Be right back.